Hello friends and welcome to Saitama Stacker channel. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment, education, and for community building around the Saitama token, which is vital right now because there's a lot of crazy going on to unpack. As most of you know, I'm on vacation and enjoying some time with my wife in beautiful Hawaii. But I wanted to make a quick video to really get your feedback in some ways, but also just give you my thoughts on all of the crazy that's going on in the last couple of days. I think it is an opportunity for us to be kind of honest about where we're at right now, but also try to understand what's going on in terms of this Lilly separation, if you will, and just wanted you guys to have my thoughts on that. So before we get into that, let's take a quick look at Saitama and the fundamentals. As you can see, price down again, pretty hard, down 70179. And fortunately, I've got the history, so we're going to take a look back in time and see how long it's been since we've seen these kind of numbers. And it is, as an investor, pretty alarming to watch the price tumbling like this. And really, there's only one solution to it, and the solution is delivery on the promises that the development team has set out before us. So, and they've released other nuggets of information, but ultimately, there's one major hangup. We all know what it is. It's Saitamask. All the other coins, all of the other platforms, nothing can be brought forward until that is released. And so we'll take a look at that. Currently, 330,525 wallets, an increase of 284 over yesterday. And yesterday I didn't make a video, but another 444 wallets yesterday. So we've reached that milestone of 330,000, which is really, that's significant in the world of cryptocurrency. Our market cap has dropped down to 826 million. Now, yesterday we slipped below the 1 billion mark, and both of those put us out of the top 100. And this is not a place that I want to see Saitama. We were here a few days back on the 27th of January. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. And so we will talk about, solutions. I can't provide those solutions, but the development team certainly can. So we've got that price down under 702. So, and it's even slipped a little since I made this content. So just below 1.8 when I was doing my show prep. We were just above 1.8. So let's take a look back here historically and see when the last time was we saw a price under 702. I want to make sure I've got the calendar up. Here we go. So we'll just scroll up and take a look. Okay, so here we are right here. 7016. That was 10/16. So October 16th. We haven't seen prices at this point since October the 16th. Of course, leading up into the original Saitamask launch party, which was 11/13 right here. That was where we kind of topped out. We went 6014 at that point. So you look at the market cap, it's disheartening. Essentially, our market cap is down over $5 billion of market cap has slipped away since that point. And, in anticipation of waiting for the delivery of Saitamask. But, even at the beginning of January, we were in the 2 billion market cap. So we're talking down over 50% from that point. And as an investor, it's disheartening. You guys know I'm not part of the development team. I'm not associated with, and I'm not compensated by the Saitama development team for making this content. I'm just picked this project because I really believed in the potential that it had. And I still think the potential can be there, but you have to call a spade a spade. We have to be able to say, what's going on here is clearly a demonstration of some lost faith by the community and by investors as the development team has not brought forward the products that they intended or promised to bring. We're now February 11th, so we're actually 33 days beyond the official launch of the product. And it is the frustration increases, and it gets harder and harder for people to maintain that positive attitude. So I'm still trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. We've seen other projects, and I'll show you one that they just announced, that they're independently working on outside of Saitamask. So we know that the Wolfcaster game's going forward with Gabriel. There's a new one I'll show you immediately after here, but let me just finish out the fundamentals. So in the last 2 days, we've actually burned 22 trillion tokens. Massive burn yesterday with a declining price and very high volumes, comparatively speaking. You look at those volumes, 44 million. Today back around 23 million. So 22 trillion tokens burned. Maintaining that pace of burn would be great, but we'd rather see it on an increasing volume and not a decreasing price. Those are the two factors that play against each other for the burn and the reflections. I would suggest, an annualized burn rate today of about 2.5%. The 10-day average on the burn, 2.11. All right, let's take a look at a couple of these Twitter posts. For those of you who haven't seen yet, yesterday the team dropped a official communication, essentially just stating that Lilly token has terminated their relationship with Saitama. Now, it's hard to really know what to think here if you're me. Everybody's got different opinions on it. Very few people are happy with Lilly. But if I try to look at this and stand back objectively, this is a project who's been trying to launch a token since November. Now we're December, then January, then February. Okay, it's got to be frustrating for them, and there are costs associated with not moving forward. Okay, they were pitched as a novel project that was associated with the medical community. They're doing charity work for children, and having to wait 4 months to move that forward. They've got developers, they've got members of their team who are non-compensated because they have no revenue, waiting and waiting and waiting for this to drop. Now, having said that, when they went out on their own, and they're supposed to launch actually today in a few hours, they changed some aspects of their tokenomics, and I already thought, that their taxes were pretty high. I want to say, up in the range of like 15%. Well, by the time you make a round trip on that, you trade in and you trade out, you have to really have a pretty tremendous run up to cover the cost of the taxes. The other things that were perplexing, they actually changed some of the elements of their tax process and put more into the marketing and development fund, but didn't give any more to the charity side, which is kind of the underlying cause for the token. So 1% to charity, 15% to the developers and marketing wallet. I understand that it takes money to run these operations, but it did seem a little paradoxical to me to not put a heavier load on the charity side. So, I can see both sides of this. I was interested to see how Lilly would perform on Saitamask. Of course, we want volume on Saitamask when it launches, because people moving in and out of Saitama is what generates fees and also generates the burn and the reflection to those of us who are holders. So I am disappointed. I somewhat still can say I understand, if I were part of the Lilly team, how frustrating it must have been for them to wait, because they're waiting to launch an entire business based on this platform. And the developers should take some responsibility for the fact that they haven't brought the platform forward. We're 33 days post the official launch, and we're 3 months post the initial intended launch. So, it's not, I'm not coming out of this a place of being angry or upset or anything, but really, you have to be able to call a spade a spade. And this launch at this point has truly been lackluster. Would be the kindest way I could say it. But we need to get it done. I know they need to get it done right, but it needs to get done. They're losing their community, and it's going to take a lot to build this back. Reputation is important. So here's the other news that I saw today on Twitter. This is essentially a sneak peek at what they're calling Fang. Fang is the NFT creation platform. It looks like we'll be able to use Saitama tokens to mint, sell, buy NFTs on that. And we knew that the NFT platform was always part of Saitamask, but it's good to see that it's being independently worked on, similar to the play to earn platform. So keep working on it, guys. Let's get this product out. Okay. I'm not losing faith. I'm still, happy to talk about it, but the facts are the facts, and we have to call it like it is. There are other things, other questions that I have. Had a conversation yesterday with one of the members of the community who made some very, very valid points. I watch Willie D. I actually am subscribed to his channel, and he runs a pre-roll on his channel that needs an update, quite frankly, because we had 200,000 holders when they started that pre-roll. But how are we doing with the NFT side with Willie D? What kind of contracts are in place? What kind of influencers have they talked to? Are their NFTs ready for launch when the Fang project comes out? There were other influencers who joined the team early on. The Professor, most notably for me, was one that I remember because I really like the guy's content as well. He's a skilled guy, but he's a basketball player. We haven't had updates on any of those things. So we kind of put out these shiny objects that are attractive. And for somebody who's, in investing, they may bring more and more people to the platform at that time. But where are we at with those relationships now? So if I have the opportunity to do an AMA with the development team, which I am now starting to reach out to try to schedule, these are the kinds of questions I want to ask them. I like the development team. They seem like nice people, but there has to be some accountability at the same time. And as investors, we want answers to these questions. So, it is what it is. Guys, keep working on it. Let's get this done. I still have not sold a single Saitama token. So, it's getting down to where really I'm not much ahead of where my initial investment was, which was substantial at that point in November. So I'd like to see this turn around. I still think it's a very ambitious project. I still think that we're looking at bringing novel, new, innovative approaches to the crypto space. So, it's hard to say, you don't want to be critical, but at the same time, we need to deliver, and I don't know how long it takes, but we're 30 days past when we were prepared. So hopefully this is coming very, very soon. All right, I'm going to show you guys my reflections, and then I'm going to get back to vacationing. So in the last 48 hours, yesterday, amazing reflections, 150 million tokens, and today, 73 million tokens. Remember, I'll take price appreciation over reflections any day, but it is good to know that just for being a holder and for hanging tight, we are at least seeing our bags increase. For me, in the last 2 months, since November 21st, I've received 4,467,000,000 tokens in reflections. Friends, I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm definitely having an amazing day. I hope this video doesn't come off as negative. I'm just trying to be realistic and honest with you guys. But I am having an amazing day. How could I not be? I'm literally in a tropical paradise. So lots of good things out there. Hey, friends, have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Check back with me soon. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.